This is part 70 of a cry for help, but in reality, probably this is not going to work because we found out, uh, first of all, we're in desperate need for help, as we always say. We almost lost our lives 10 times due to the brutal, corrupt police and this lethal cult, which we're going to tell you about if we can, because the last time we did a video 10 days ago, we could not publish it. They destroyed the YouTube. And not only are all the computers counterfeit in all the office stores and Sears and department stores that carry computers, okay, the YouTubes do not work on return it because it was counterfeit. It did not work. The YouTube did not work. And Anthony tested a lot of computers in Staples of all different makes, Toshiba, Dell, etc. And to make a long story short, all those YouTube, all those computers with the YouTube did not work either. Okay, when he put my account on, so it is self-evident the cult is really determined for us not to make these videos, and probably this video will only go to the cult and not to the citizens of the world. Now we have to explain.
And it's unbelievable the extremes that this cult is going to just not get exposed.
And the police.
So the police, the cult, and 911 will never be exposed. But just thinking about the extreme tactics, what they're doing to the stores and to all the people that keep following us, all this gang stalkers following us all over, and the police playing all these lethal games.
But you're not explaining what happened.
I'm just summarizing what's
No,
what we're going to be talking
you know,
about.
we are scared that every day when we wake up, we don't know if we're going to be living in the evening, okay, because of what takes place. We are presently in a motel in Maine, in Wells, Maine.
Okay.
Look, Joe, we have to explain to the world. Joe doesn't want to explain.
I know, Susan just wants to reveal too much. That's the problem.
Doesn't the cult know?
Well, the less
Does
reveal,
the cult
it doesn't
know?
matter. It doesn't matter.
Does the cult know?
Yes, I guess.
Does the police know? The corrupt police.
The corrupt police does.
Okay. Unfortunately, we have to divulge our personal business to the world in order for them, in order to get help. And I know you can't communicate with us, but we see. But number one, we are on. The cult destroyed all the videos on the website, almost all the videos. Okay, we see that we were on very well-respected news media websites. CNN and Fox News picked us up, but you can't see us there anymore. Um, Please help us because we cannot communicate with anyone. Please help us and expose to these websites what is taking place with us. They eradicated all our videos on these websites, and they make the websites lunatic.
And also the usual corrupt pattern, what they do, using the logos and of YouTube, saying that we are harassing and bullying, just to show that we're not worth watching.
Right. That's so that the public thinks we are harassing and bullying people, just like they do to us in real life. Now we have to mention something, Joe. I know it's personal, but the cult knows, and the corrupt police know, and the citizens of the world have to know because about where we went today and yesterday. They have to know because we need help, and we have to expose our private lives to you because our lives are exposed by the lethal thugs, okay? And we need help here. Anyway, I'm collecting Social Security disability for the trauma I suffered. And Joe is suffering as much as me. So we decided, and we just desperately need money because we cannot work because we are entrapped in this lethal corruption.
Yep.
So we decided that Joe should collect Social Security disability, and we tell him the truth. And it's like we told the citizens of the world how we expected to work, survive in this lethal cult. So originally, we decided to go to Social Security, the federal government in Rutland, Vermont, the Social Security office. Okay? And the federal government has been wonderful to me. That's the only organization that did not get corrupted. Okay? So we went to the one in Rutland, Vermont, thinking that although Rutland, Vermont is extremely corrupt, since, the federal government is so good, is trustworthy, in my case, we figured, it's in Rutland, Vermont, but it's the federal government, so hopefully it would not be tainted. Wow, were we wrong?
Hopefully.
Okay, first of all, we forgot that we went to the Social Security office about a year and a half ago because for Medicare, which is connected with the Social Security office, okay, because when you have, I'm not Medicare age, but when you have Social Security, you get Medicare, okay?
Exactly.
So what we did was we went to the same office about a year and a half ago, but we didn't realize that was the Social Security office at the, when we presently went. And this, we sit down with this employee of Social Security. It's a male employee.
Right.
Okay, we don't remember his name offhand, but we could definitely,
we have it written down somewhere.
yeah, and we could definitely recognize him. Okay, by going up there and pointing him out to the people that want to help us, and these people need to be exposed. So at that time, we sat down with him, and we said, look, no one's accepting my Medicare insurance, okay? And you are connected with Medicare. We need help. Can you please help us so I can get my insulin and everything, because all the pharmacists will not accept my Medicare insurance cards, plus other list activities they're doing. So while we're explaining this to this male employee, he's about in his 60s to 70s, okay, and the typical legal pattern is someone else runs into the room like it's an emergency and writes down on a piece of paper and shows it to him and whispers in his ear. Okay? Citizens of the world,
Yeah.
we all know what that means. Okay? That you can't
soon,
help the
as
Tropianos. So as
he
soon as he read the note, and she whispers in his ear,
this guy turns from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Exactly.
His personality changes, his demeanor, right? How he's
Yes.
talking to you.
Yes.
And he starts
mocking and abusing.
Yes,
what they start, like usual, is mocking and abusing us.
And all the
And then
lunatic statements.
yes, just like if you look at the websites where all our videos are, there's all lunatic statements on the browser pages. That's exactly how they talk to you when you meet with them. Okay? And our hearts were pounding, and you feel like you want to faint because you're terrorized and traumatized to the extreme that people in so-called Social Security offices could behave in such a lunatic Alice in Wonderland manner.
So
okay?
Anyway,
and I also have to say that a lot of these people in these governmental offices are not who they claim to be, because we always get the same people and police officers and Homeland Security, which we're going to tell you about, to do this to us. Okay? Because there's select individuals that either have been bribed royally in the governmental offices, just like the Attorney General was just fired for giving guns to Mexican gangs. These people, and of course he got a lot of money for doing that, otherwise he would never do that. These people as well that are doing this to us are bribed royally. So they either bribed, got loads of money to do this to us, and they're corrupt governmental employees, or many of them are imposters. They're actually cult members, pretending to be governmental employees, okay? And they know when we are going to these governmental agencies because we are followed by the gang stalkers 24/7. We are never alone. There's always
Yes,
these
yes.
disgusting, despicable people watching us, and it's made up of all kinds of people. It's made up of single women who drive the car,
Middle-aged
from
women.
teenagers
Middle-aged
to
women.
elderly, okay? Then some couples drive the car together, okay? Then you have these dangerous foreigners that drive the car. Then you have, um, what else do you have? Then you have so-called some upper class people.
Yes.
What I mean by upper class people, they look like they're very well dressed, they're driving very expensive cars, okay, but they're part of the gang, okay? They're the higher ups of the gang stalkers or of this lethal cult that we're entrapped in. This lethal cult is made up of many nationalities, a lot of Chinese, Spanish, blacks. It's made up of almost the whole world. It's an army of a cult. It's an army of a lethal cult, and it follows you in every state and makes every state ugly for you, and 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 traumatizing and terrorizing for you. Okay, and they try every which way to kill you emotionally and physically.
Okay,
So anyway,
yeah, we
we
should
went
get
to the Social Security office in Rutland, Vermont,
Yes.
so for the Medicare. And as soon as the lady gave the note, it turned out all lunatic, and we had to leave. And of course, we never get help. Okay, so we just returned to the Social Security office in Rutland, Vermont.
No.
About I would say about 10 days ago.
No. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe about 2.5 weeks ago,
No,
right?
no, maybe 10 days.
Okay, about 10 days to 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Okay, because everything seems such a blur for us because every day we get so many violations, we can't keep track of them.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we went to the Social Security office, and before we went there, we spoke to a very nice counselor in the Social Security office, okay, while we were in New York.
Yeah.
We called her and we explained to her the situation with the corrupt, brutal police and the satanical cult, and she said, I feel so bad for you, she said. What was her name, Joe?
We have it written down.
Okay.
I just don't recall it right
Yeah,
now.
I
have
feel
it
so
written down.
bad for you. You must come in right away, and we will try to get you money right away. She says you definitely deserve it.
The thing is, you need to get yourself to, here. This way we can
Start the process.
start working on it.
So when we spoke to her, we had good feelings that we will get, some kind of money coming in, because if we don't get money coming in, as the cult knows, they want us to become destitute. Okay? And right now, we're practically living out of our car. Okay? We have no home to go to because our both homes have been destroyed. We are turning into vagabonds because of this satanical cult and the corrupt, brutal police that want us dead. And we need the help from the citizens of the world. I know you're helping us, but they're taking off all the videos, and we can't communicate with you. And we need communication because when we tell you what happened, our lives are going to end very soon if we don't get this exposed completely and get help. Now, what happened was, when we went back, we didn't meet with this lady as planned,
No.
because every time someone tries to help us, just like our videos are taken off, and just like all the news media is taken off, what happens? That person is told, you cannot help the Tropianos, and is told by the corrupt, brutal, raging police, who tell them that we're under surveillance,
Right.
and that we are crazy, mentally ill people, and they just can't get help because we want to put them behind bars. And they do want to put us behind bars so that they don't get exposed. And so we will keep on making these videos, and they'll keep on taking off our videos until they are placed behind bars where they belong.
You're not gonna relent.
No, we're not.
You're never
It's
gonna
our
relent.
lives.
I don't care. They're gonna try to make it to make it look like it's so disappointing that we will just give up.
And die.
But guess what? This is a message to all of you. Cockroaches. Remember cockroaches? How I called you cockroaches? You are cockroaches. We will not relent. bottom line. We will not relent.
How can we relent? Now, we're going to end this video now. Hopefully we're going to come right back, but if you don't see us back,
Yeah.
it's because the cult and the satanical police do not allow our videos to get published.
Okay,
Please help us.
Please help us.
Please, we need help.
Please. Thank you.